Greetings. My name is Eylül, and our main goal is to create a retail banking database that is understandable for everyone with detailed features and an easy-to-use interface. Working with your bank's IT team, we strive to create a database that both your employees and your customers will be most satisfied with. Mainly, we work with banks to create a database that will be most comfortable for you to use. We also work in harmony with your corporation's tech squad to find what's more suitable for your work style. Our aim is to create a suitable database for a professional business environment with experts in their field. We meet the expectations by giving importance to your ideas, by examining the customer spectrum and making arrangements accordingly, and always offering you the most suitable features for today. Storing your data in a digital system is not only safer but also more profitable in the long term and will reduce the workload of your employees. We examine your way of working and your users, taking into account the feedback of your customers so we can offer you the interface that everyone will be most satisfied with. We make sure our features are as detailed as possible to keep your customers' personal information secure and doing it on a digital template so your employees won't be overwhelmed trying to keep track of everything manually. We stay in touch with you to keep our database updated to the latest needs and to check in on your customers so we can take their feedback and customize your product according to their wishes. We will always make sure you stay at least one step ahead of your competitors. Now I will tell you more about the creation process of our database to give you an insight into our work. In the preparation phase of our project, our most commonly used fact-finding techniques are examining documentation, research, and interviewing. We search sample templates to find a database draft we can use. After that, we examine some of the most popular banks around us to make sure we don't miss any important features that we should include in our database, therefore you won't fall behind your opponents. To understand what kind of features are needed and which bank apps are mostly used and liked among the users, our team interviews people within the age range of 18 to 65. After our inquiries, we make sure that no important feature is missing in our draft by examining the templates of the banks that we decided to have the highest interaction among users. Once we finish all of our research, we are ready to create our first rough database draft. We combine the information we gathered as a result of our research and compare it with the drafts we examined and the templates of banks with highest market shares. We determine our key elements and prepare a draft that includes all the features we think are necessary, and with all of this done, our template is ready to go for the normalization process. Now Arda will tell you more about our database analysis and normalization process.
Greetings, I am Arda Tosoy. My work on collecting the data obtained as a result of my friend Eylül's work and analysis first in a row of table, then examining the potential problems that may arise as a result of this table, making the data processed in the system more reliable, storing the data more efficiently, providing ease of use to the person working on the database. I will use the Excel to be more descriptive. The attributes we add to our system in line with the fact-finding process and the purpose of our database are as in this table. Customer name, citizen ID, customer name, email, true to the loan interest amount is our attributes on main table. If we go into database analysis, I would like to mention first, our system is stored as person-centered interactions. Customer name, citizen ID, customer name, email, birthday, phone number, credit score attributes are functional dependent. Main account type represent whether the person is a corporation or individual registration. One is represent to individual record, two is represent to corporational record. A person can have both corporationally and individually record, and naturally the people have multiple place registration and branch code columns. For example, a person may have one individual and one corporation record, and they will be different place of registration. With customer know and main account type functional dependent with account password. Our system saves successful and unsuccessful logins. Especially for unsuccessful logins, for security reasons. Multiple incorrectly entered values threaten the security of the account. Sorry. Each record can accumulate accounts. The factor that distinguishes the account under the record is currency types of the accounts. It's currency types. There must be at least one account under each record. Each record has unique IBAN number, and accounts have account type, account creation date, balance, account limit, cutoff date. We can say that these values are dependent on the IBAN number. In cards section. Cards that represent accounts can be generated from the account, and account can exist without any card deriving from it. Cards can be derived for more than one person representing an account, and each person can have more than one card. If a card will create it, it has card holder, card type is debit or credit, card limit, card password, expiry date, CVV, and online payment section. If a person interact a different person, it will new record for transaction part. Transfers made by individual through their accounts are wanted to be included in our database. These movements are examined through the account registered to bank. The type of interactions changes in the balance sheet of accounts are given in this section. Balance sheet. Of course, a not account may even have made a transfer. Since the database is person-oriented, it also deals with whether there is personal credit. If a person takes a loan, it has credit ID, loan type, surety account ID, loan amount, loan term, loan interest amount. The current table allows for a lot of unnecessary data entry, the creation of meaningless null values, or situations that can make other data meaningless if one data is deleted. To overcome these problems, the tables are separated as in these slides. Yellow color represents the primary key, and green color represents foreign key. We produced customer table, customer citizenship table, branch table, main account type table, account type table, card time basic, transaction, and loan tables. Primary case is unique, and it allows to find any rows as it wants. And foreign case dependency is the other table to any table itself. We produced many relationships in normalization like that. The values of the tables are atomic. Unnecessary data duplication has disappeared. Now, any row that is changed affects all fields that need to be in the relationship at the same time, or exit all interactions that need to be separated at the same time. Unnecessary interactions are avoided. For example, if a person uses two cards, there is no need to enter data for columns that the card is not related to for that person. Thanks for listening. In order to better understand the interactions between the produced tables, I leave the presentation to my friend Ece.
Greetings, my name is Ece. Now let's look at the ER diagram to examine the relations of these normalized tables. We have 11 tables in total. We can start with the customer table. This table has 7 attributes. Among these attributes, the customer node is a primary key with this table. And customer citizenship table have a relationship, and these two tables are connected to customer node. The type of relationship between these two tables is one-to-one. Branch code is foreign key. Customer table and branch table have one-to-many relationship. There is a one-to-many relationship between customer table and main account table. There is the same relationship between these two tables, customer and plan table. And here is a many-to-many relationship between customer and transaction tables. Card table and customer table have a relation, and this relation is a one-to-many relation. The second table we look at is the main account table. This table has 10 attributes. In this table, primary key is an account ID, and this table is related to the branch table. Main account type table, and the relationship type is one-to-many. Main account type is foreign key, and main account table and main account type table are connected with this attribute, and this relation is one-to-many. Main account table and transaction table, these two tables have a one-to-many relationship. The third table is card table, and this table has 8 attributes. Card number is a primary key, and linked account is foreign key. There is a many-to-one relationship between card table and account tables, and there is a one-to-many relationship between card table and card type basics tables, and there is a same relation card table and transaction table. Card type table, card type basics table. This table has 6 attributes. Card basic ID is primary key, and card owner ID is foreign key. Account table. This table has 8 attributes. Account IBAN number is primary key. Account type ID foreign key. This table have a one-to-many relation. Customer and account table have one-to-many relation. Other account balance is derived attribute. Customer citizen table, next one. And there is a 2 attributes, and primary key is citizen ID. Customer node is a foreign key. And branch table, there is 2 attributes, and branch code is a primary key. And next one is account type table. There is two attributes and primary key is account type ID. Main account type table. There is two attributes and primary key is main account type ID. Loan table, next one. And this table has 7 attributes. Loan ID is primary key and borrower account is foreign key. Customer table and loan table have one-to-many relation. Transaction table. There has 8 attributes. Transaction ID is primary key. Foreign key is inspected account. And now I leave the presentation to Egemen.
Hello everyone, I am Egemen Gündüz. Today I will present you our project query part. We use DataGrip to run a SQL code. Therefore, I will be able to show what we do by running the codes part by part. Firstly, I am creating database for working over it. It's here. Then I am creating table for unnormalized dataset using the check command. We were able to use the data in correct format, ensured that the data was received in correct format thanks to the check command. Next, I am importing data from Excel. DataGrip generated SQL code live in this part. Is here. I'm running here. Unnormalized form dataset. Customer name, citizen ID, customer name, email, etc. After that, according to normalization table, I am creating subtable with properties and filling the table as use SQL query. Branch table, customer table, foreign key, references. Tables are here. For example, account table, branch table, card table. You can see some examples in our PowerPoint presentation. I will show the rest through DataGrip. Finally, I am forming unnormalized dataset as use view. I'm using more than one view and combining these. View 1, View 2, View 3, and View 4. Now Mohammed will present our wireframe.
The last step for our database design is to decide on the interface for it. As we mentioned before, we are aiming for an interface that is understandable and easy to use for everyone. Therefore, our design for the interface is quite simple and modest. In this page, you can see your company's logo and login page. Once you have logged, you can see your profile information and admin features. You can edit the existing employees of your bank and add new users to your database in this page. This is your customer page. Here you can see your bank existing customers, their information, and add new customers or edit the already existing ones. You can also use search bar to filter the database and to find what you are looking for. You can search throughout using names or user ID. You can use the inspect button to get the detailed information page of the customers. This is the example detailed information page of customer. In this page, you can add different currency accounts for a customer, such as dollar account, euro account, or pound account. When you want to create a currency account, you will be directed to this page. You will be able to manually edit necessary account info in here. This is a transaction page. You can examine the customer's money transfers here and also reach the detailed info page through the inspection button. Next up is loan section. As you can request, you can set the loan given for each customer here. When you use the search bar in loan section, you can filter your result through name or customer ID. When the search results are up, you can see the credit score and whether they are suitable for one of the said customer on the screen. You can click the customer info bar to see detailed information for their loan, such as requested loan amount, expiry date, requested date, etc. If it is decided that the customer is eligible for a loan, the loan can be approved by using the Approve button. Thanks. That was the end of our presentation. Thank you for your time.